LSU, Arkansas. We back down to the SEC we go for this one. LSU 3-point road favorites. The total in this one, 54.5 across the board. I like Arkansas here. Brian Kelly's not. One thing I'll say is he was spot on in his post-game interview with Molly McGrath of ABC after they beat Ole Miss in overtime last week. He said, "Are you guys going to indulge and celebrate this one?" He's like, "We really have no time to do that. This is a grind in the SEC. We got to get ready for Arkansas." He knows the danger that LSU is going to be feeling too high and mighty after the big win against Ole Miss. And that was a great football game. Let's be honest, though. Let's be truly clear and concise and honest about that game. They got outplayed for 3.5 quarters, and Ole Miss pissed it away. That's essentially what happened. Ole Miss absolutely had no business losing that game. LSU stole it. Credit to Nussmeier. They made plays at the end there, but they probably should have lost that game. There's no way I'm laying 3 with them in this spot off a win like that against Arkansas. And Arkansas, by the way, they had their own big-time win, of course, a couple weeks ago against Tennessee, taking down the Volunteers right here in Fayetteville. Talon Green is still a work in progress on offense. Their defense, though, has really improved from the beginning of the season, though.
Yeah.
For Arkansas. And I think that's got the potential, maybe this improved Razorback defense, which, again, at Tennessee, they only gave up 14, only gave up 21 to A&M, shut down Auburn. They've taken huge strides, on that side of the ball since the early part of the season. I think we got ourselves a game here. Keep in mind, last year, Arkansas was down, and yet they still went to LSU and they lost by 3, 34-31. They gave LSU a game. So this is just a grinder of a conference. Lots of parity this year. Anyone can beat anyone on any given week. Just look at South Carolina almost beating Alabama, Vanderbilt beating Alabama, Vanderbilt beating Kentucky. You go on down the list. Arkansas beating Tennessee. I mean, it's just anything can happen this year in the SEC. Yeah. And after that emotional overtime win at night in Death Valley, there, LSU in the Bayou, I think it's going to be tough. Tough spot here. Now you got to go on the road, and Arkansas is a very tough, capable football team that is getting better, in my opinion, by the week. So 3 or better, I like Arkansas. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, this total's come down too, right? Did this open 57 last night?
It did. It definitely has seen some under money. Yep.
Yeah,
3.5 points.
Yeah. I should have jumped on that when I was looking at this. But late night looking at these numbers. The last few years, all by 3 points.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to get a hook here. I'll grab that Arkansas 3.5. That was a late play for me. Was LSU. That was a wait on Saturday. Put a little on it, and they did. But Ole Miss, kind of like you talked about, man, they blew it a little bit in that one. The Arkansas defense is what's changed a little bit. They covered against A&M. They beat Tennessee. Even the Auburn win was really good. It goes from kind of that horrible loss to Oklahoma State where they blew it, where they had the lead and let all those crazy points in the second half early on in the year. And that was one game, and it wasn't the biggest game because I don't like Brian Kelly. That was my one thing of staying off that last week with Ole Miss. And I just don't want him in big games. But Tiger Stadium at night, we talked about it. That pushed me to take him. So, yeah, not only the under, there's not a lot if you got in early. I still think there's a little value here. And LSU, defense maybe a little bit better. Savannah, I mean, so far this year, I don't know if they're crazy, but I think they've taken some strides for sure. So I get why this has crashed down. But, yeah, Arkansas, if I can get a 3 and a hook, I'm all over it. And even at 54.5 million under.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would lean definitely as far as the I think it was a little too high. And look, Arkansas's both of these defenses have improved from the beginning of the year as well. So I think that's what people are seeing now. 2.5 point move is what we've seen in this total. It opened 57. It's now at 54.5 right now.